It's Rockipedia with David Miller. Right here on your old YouTube. Hello. And happy Friday. Well, at least it's Friday now where I'm at doing this. And I'm going to put this up on Friday. So maybe you'll see it on Friday. Rockipedia podcast at gmail.com. I'd love it if you send me emails. Send me anything. Send me your suggestions for topics. Send me new bands you think I should know. Or local bands, unsigned bands if you know them. In your area. I want to hear all about it. You can send me anything, really. So what do I have for you today, you might ask? Well, I can tell you, I've got something fun that I think you're going to enjoy. And it is, in case you missed it, music news. Woohoo! That's a fun thing. You're going to find out some information. But first, we got to surf. Surfing? Do this? I would love it if you sent me video of you doing these things with me. Wouldn't that be fun? And I could put them all together. Rockipedia community hand-waving video. I don't know. I'm just making shit up at this point. Just trying to have a good time. I hope you are too. So you may say, what am I going to find out today on In Case You Missed It, David? Well, I will tell you. You're going to find out about a couple different things, and some of it is new music. And we're going to start off with a really, really cool band that is made up of some folks that we know from other projects. This is Sonic Universe. And their debut album, It Is What It Is, will be out on May 10th. Now, Sonic Universe contains two members of bands that you may know. Corey Glover, the singer for the longtime fantastic funk rock band Living Colour. He's on vocals for Sonic Universe. Mike Orlando is a guitar player who was in Adrenaline Mob, still is, I think, with Mike Portnoy from Dream Theater. Booker King on bass and Taekwon Jackson on drums. This is some cool stuff. I will not lie to you about that. This is good stuff. If you like Corey and his vocals in Living Colour, you're probably going to dig what these guys are laying down. And I'm going to let you find that out right now by giving you a little taste of it. So this is the first single, I Am, from Sonic Universe. Check it out. What I am. Don't mean that I ain't your brother. I am what I am. Won't let you take me under. No matter the shape. I didn't lie to you. I didn't lie to you at all. That's some good stuff right there. Yeah, Sonic Universe. May 10th, you can get the full album. You can catch this video right now. And I will have that in the description. You know, like I do, I always put stuff down here for you to follow these links so you can hear the full song. So make sure you check it out. Hit subscribe, hit the bell, send the link to your friends. Let's get this thing rolling. We reached some milestones this week, by the way, people. We are at 50 subscribers, and we reached 1,000 views, which is big for us here at Rockipedia. So thank you. Now help out and gather your friends, because we got a lot more going on in the rock and roll here. All right. So next up, on our little In Case You Missed It episode of Rockipedia with David Miller, we've got Nickelback. All right, now I want to tell you right now, I will not stand for any hacking on Nickelback. And that's what this documentary that they're putting out is kind of about, all right? I've seen this band twice. I went to see them in Portland, and I saw them at the Gorge in Washington, and both shows were fantastic rock shows. I mean, awesome, fun, really cool rock shows. That band is so solid live, and Chad Kroeger is such a good front man. Very, very cool. But we all know that, some folks like to hack on the Nickelback. And they've so much so that they've made a documentary about it called Hate to Love. Now, here's the interesting thing. Nickelback is one of those bands that gets to be a kick-me band while being zillionaires. Not really, but they make a lot of money. They are huge in Canada. They're like Zeppelin or Metallica in Canada. And they do a damn fine business over here in the States and around the globe. And they're very adept. Chad Kroeger knows how to write a hit song. Now, if you're not a hit song person, if you don't dig the hit song, then no, you're not going to like it. And if you've judged Nickelback by the songs that you've heard on the radio or saw in videos, you are not giving yourself a fair shot, because Nickelback has some amazing heavy songs and some really cool stuff. And I will defend them. All right, so now let's check this out, though. This documentary's coming out. What does it say here? It says March 27th and 30th. It will be in theaters, and then it's going to go to streaming after that. So let's do this. Let's check out the trailer for it. I have not watched this trailer yet, so it'll be kind of a reaction thing while we're watching it together. Here it is.
Did you want to come and see all the good folks that showed up tonight? Light them up! I knew that I always wanted it to be a part of my life. I had no idea it was going to be this integral. It always felt right standing on stage and performing for people.
Hannah was the quintessential sleepy little farm town.
Because there's not much going on, it's really easy to get in trouble.
I was a bad kid.
He was either on his way to it or from it.
I think the cops really wanted to get me out of this town. That I can tell you.
I'm glad he got into music.
Brian played the guitar. That's where the common ground was.
4 guys in a van that shouldn't have made it 2 miles, and they were living the dream.
In the 2000s, there wasn't a band on the planet that got more radio airplay than Nickelback.
How You Remind Me has been considered one of America's most played songs ever.
All of that exposure triggered a reaction.
Why does everybody hate Nickelback?
Nickel bad, nickel hack, nickel bomb, nickel creed.
Nobody picks up a guitar to be in the most hated band in the world.
They were part of cancel culture before we had a name for it.
It's kind of just like a long-running meme.
They became the most hated band in music.
We try and laugh it off. You can laugh off about 90% of it, and some of it hurts.
The complaints about Nickelback aren't unusual. Their songs are formulaic.
But I think sometimes people want to hear vacuous, dumb shit.
He's an amazing frontman, he's a badass.
I've always felt a sense of loneliness about Chad.
I don't have an identity without this band.
This is going to be tough to talk about.
I'm not in Nickelback anymore. Okay, I quit.
They mean so much to each other. They've grown up together. The chemistry is real. It's palpable.
To those of you who see this band as some big corporate sellout, fuck you.
Everybody's got an opinion about them.
Nickelback fan or liar?
I play Nickelback songs to Nickelback fans. So I don't have to go and try and win over someone who doesn't like my band. That sounds like some very strange form of torture. Probably for both of us.
I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I'm looking forward to that. And like I said, I like the band. I love that T-shirt. Nickelback, fan or liar. And what a great attitude to have. I play Nickelback songs for Nickelback fans. Why worry about those that aren't there? Chad may be a prophet. Okay, probably not. But I like that. So let me know in the comments. Do you think you'll check that out? Let me know what you actually think about Nickelback. Don't tell me what you want your friends to think you're cool. Be honest. So here's my challenge to you. I want you, before you tell me in the comments or in an email at rockipediapodcast@gmail.com how you feel about Nickelback, I want you to do one thing for me. Well, it's actually 3 things. I want you to go check out these 3 songs. Animals, Burn It to the Ground, and Figured You Out. Those 3 songs. Listen to those 3 songs and then tell me what you think about Nickelback. If you've heard those 3 songs and you already have your opinion, let it be known. And I'm not going to falter your opinion. Everybody has their own opinion. Don't be dicks. Let's not do that. There's plenty of places all over the internet to do that. Let's not do that here. But I do want to know your opinion. I want to know what you think of this stuff. If you don't like something I'm doing, let me know. Let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep doing it to you. No, I'm kidding. All right, more In Case You Missed It, music news on Rockipedia with David Miller. I hope you're having fun. I'm having fun. By the way, this edition of Rockipedia with David Miller is brought to you by TIG Tactical. We thank them for being a support. If you would like to support this program, you can do so. There's several ways. One of them is become a sponsor. All you have to do is reach out to me, and I will get you hooked up. You can do it by rockipediapodcast@gmail.com. I'm also going to start having some other things come up that you can do. I think I'm going to have some merchandise connected to the podcast before too long. And I'll always take your donation to help fund the fun. You know what I'm saying? So I'll have my Venmo in the description in case, if you feel like it. I appreciate you. All right, let's continue on with this edition of In Case You Missed It. I have some more new music for you, and I think you're going to dig it. This is the End Machine. Now, it consists of some members from the band Dokken. George Lynch and Jeff Pilson were both in Dokken, and the drummer in Dokken's name is Mick Brown. You might notice that the drummer in this band's name is Steve Brown. He is Mick's brother. So Mick, I don't think Mick's touring anymore. I think Mick's shoulders and the physicality of drumming the way he has for years, I think he's bowed out. And so his brother has stepped into some of these projects that probably Mick would have been doing. And his brother, shockingly, plays very much like Mick. I mean, it's hard to tell them apart if you're a musician, at least, if you're checking that stuff out. Most people think every drummer's hard to tell apart because they're just banging on the drums. But if you're a musician, you kind of check that stuff out. So we're going to check out their new song. It just dropped today. Now, this new album's coming out in May. I want to say May 10th. I could be wrong about that, but I think it is May 10th. I'm looking at the thing right now, looking at the big board. It's March 8th. That's how wrong I was. It's March 8th. So the new album, Quantum Phase, March 8th. The new single just dropped today. It's called Killer of the Night, and we're going to check out a little bit of it right now. I like it. Not bad at all. That's good stuff. Yeah. So you're probably going to want to check that out. I would. The In Machine, March 8th, the Quantum Phase comes out. Now, here's an interesting side note. Girish Pradhan, this is kind of his first big project. I haven't seen much else on him. He's the second singer in the In Machine, and this upcoming album is a new album. Robert Mason, who was the singer in Lynch Mob, he was in Warrant for a while. He sang on the first In Machine album, and then they decided to change things up and brought in Girish. So, good stuff. Rockipedia with David Miller. In case you missed it, music news. Hey! So in this last segment of this special edition of Rockipedia, I am going to tell you about a new project that Mr. Dave Grohl is involved in. It's called GBH, and it's a super group made up of Scott Ian and Charlie Benante. They are both from Anthrax, and Dave Grohl. So apparently there was some sort of anniversary that happened involving Bad Brains. A 40th anniversary, if you can believe it, if you're a Bad Brains fan. And these guys being into some of the hardcore music as youth and playing that kind of stuff are huge fans of Bad Brains. So they wanted to do something to celebrate, and they had Record Store Day coming up on April 20th. Every April 20th. 420, baby. So you can get really stoned and go buy new records. Hey, it works for me. So GBI, it's a real, brain teaser of what the name comes from. Grohl, Benante, and Ian. But they're releasing this on Record Store Day. So I don't have it to play for you today. But I will play a little bit of the original Bad Brains version for you so that you have a comparison when the Dave Grohl, Scott Ian, Charlie Benante version comes out. GBI. So here's a little taste of the Bad Brains. If you have not heard them before, I will remind you, this is hardcore music, and it's a very short song. So you got that going for you if you don't dig hardcore music. Here it is. Oh, sorry. So, Bad Brains were an underground band to start with. They were really one of the first all African-American hardcore bands, which is cool. I mean, I love it. I was not a Bad Brains fan. I'm not a hardcore guy. But if you know my band Superball, the drummer Sean grew up doing this kind of stuff. This is kind of his wheelhouse, and he's going to love this. So that's fun. I love it. So that's what I know about things this week, at least for in case you missed it. Now remember, my stuff is coming out differently now. Shorter episodes more often. So you should see 2 or 3 things a week from me, maybe some shorts in between, and different things like that. So please subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications, pass it on to your friends. Email me, talk to me, rockpediapodcast@gmail.com. You can use the comment section on any video or on the main page. You can also follow us on Facebook. I would love it if you do that. That link will also be in the description of this video. And who knows what else is coming up. So thank you so much for helping out and being here and joining me. Thank you for getting me to 50 subscribers and 1,000 views. And please continue that. Keep watching and share it with your friends. Get as many subscribers on here as we possibly can so that David can make a living. Thank you. Also, speaking of making a living, thanks to our sponsors of this edition of In Case You Missed It on Rockipedia with David Miller, TIG Tactical. See you next time.
Unleash your inner warrior at TIG Tactical Self-Defense School. Master self-defense techniques swiftly, tailored for everyday threats. From weekly trainings to quick-train seminars in Bend, Oregon. TIG Tactical. Empowering anyone, anywhere.
Rockipedia with David Miller is a Miller Music and Media production.